gist with me. You know, we're supposed to have this gist in the afternoon, but too many things kept us. All the same, since I promised we'll be having a gist today, I am here. So just invite your friends. We have interesting gists, and today, our gist will center on whose is she. Whose is she? More like saying, "Na who get am? Who get am? Na who get she?" Sometime last month, my husband came back and told me there was a particular lady that kept sending greetings through him to me, requesting to see me, but I'm always busy. It's not always easy for me like that, in as much as I'm available to people, but most times my engagements don't always allow me to stay long with people, except if I come to a program. I can go around, greet people, chat with people, hug. There is need to discuss anything I discuss, but it's not always easy for me to capture engagement with a particular person like that. So she kept on sending messages across that she would like us to see. Okay, so my husband kept saying, I said, okay, fine, maybe any of these days, if it works out, then I will make out time and see her. So just a few weeks ago, she saw me, woman, I screamed. I said, well, I beg, go. I said, yes, I've been getting your messages, but it's not been easy for me. She was like, I beg. She took me to her house. I was like, I go to her house. Beautiful house. Small, portable, but well furnished house anyway. So she had taste. Now, one thing about this lady is that I wasn't really seeing her as somebody that was that open that could engage somebody a long gist. But she brought me there and said, telling me lots and lots of story. There are some people you look at, not that they are not ugly. Nobody's ugly. You just look at them. You don't know how to describe them. You don't know how to describe their physical appearance, their features. You don't know what to say about their facials. You don't know what to say about their shapes, the way they talk, the way they walk. In fact, she used to act weird that I was wondering how, if at all, she was interacting with people. So when my husband told me severally that she was sending greetings, that she wanted to have time with me, I was like, hell, how do I manage this type of person? So that day she caught me and dragged me to her house. She was so happy having me, so she started telling me story of her life. But one thing I heard some time ago when she passed, I was somewhere, I think we were in a conference, in a board meeting, something like that. And I didn't know she would be in such a place. It was when she stood up to comment on decisions taken. That I saw her, I was like, are you serious? So that was when I asked somebody beside me, I said, she said yes. Didn't know. That was when I got to know that she was married to a white man. I said, wow. So that day she took me to her house. She started telling me so many things. And I want to give you her gist today. Our topic is whose is she? Now who get time? That person, that lady you're looking at today, now who get time? Everybody get person wey get am more. The person wey you no like, the person wey no enter your eye, you get person wey no dey sleep because of that person. So she started telling me her story. That the husband just called her, that she'll be traveling to go and meet her husband. The husband had booked her flight. I was looking at her. She said, man, leave. Oh. You don't know. Let me tell you what happened. You see, she said that she lost her brother. Her brother. They happened to be twins. So the brother was already married with children, but she lost the husband like few years ago. And that her her brother, twin brother, died at the age of 48. That should be like 2, 3 years ago. So she said that, you know, with her physical appearance, the way she was behaving, she was intelligent anyway, but these people that find it difficult to combine intelligence with character issues. So she said that that people mocked her, people laughed at her. In fact, some even opened their mouths and yapped her and told her, "You never get married. How you go do?" And she just underwent surgery. She underwent surgery of fibroids. So they were using it to mock her that she had even passed menopause and this and that. And she would remember her twin brother that was already married. And she was wondering, God, what is it? God, what is this? And guys were always coming around, but they would just have access to her, and small time they will go, have access to her and go. So that time, she a time came, she decided to shut everybody out of her life to look for what mattered so much in her life. So she told me that she decided to engage herself in serious prayers. She engaged herself in serious prayers. So when she was talking about praying, I was looking at that, I was like, so this person can even think of praying, because the way I was seeing her, road no commotes. So she started telling me that she had to engage herself in serious prayer. So that there was this prayer they were handling in their church that period. Fasting and prayer. You fast till evening time, you pray. Then in the night time, they will wake up in the night and be praying. Any power that is fighting against my life, my destiny, my marriage, my this, my relationship, anything scattered by fire, it is my time to be free. She said she engaged in that fasting. She was fasting, she was praying. She had done that, things like that over the years. None had worked, but immediately she decided to shut everybody out of her life. All the men coming to her, she said they were actually taking advantage of her, because realizing that the twin brother died at the age of 48. You can now imagine her age. You understand? Not yet married, and people were taking advantage of her age, assuming that she'd be desperate to be in a relationship. So they were really, really having her like manners. But the time came, she said, "No more. God, please help me. Forgive my sins. Just help me. Have mercy on me. They have laughed at me. They have told me that I won't be able to get married again or have children and things like that." She told her, I felt for her. I felt for her. So she said that time, she said, "This time around, God, please, if this is the last card, I beg, play it for me." She said she will lock herself in the house. She will cry. She will pray. She will cry. She will pray. Sometimes she will open the door to greet her neighbor. Her eyes will be so swollen. The neighbor will say, what? Say, you just shut the door. She locked herself. She was praying. She was praying. On the seventh day of that, her 7-day plan to fast in the morning, break in the evening time, then in the night wake up around 12 and start praying. On the 7th day, she said she decided to go and do shopping. She decided to go and do shopping so that she will have some things she will use to, end the 7-day fast properly. So as she was in the big shopping mall, something like ShopRite, that kind of shopping mall, she was there picking her things. She was still praying, "God, you will visit me. I will not go empty-handed. You see, as I'm ending this, let it be that the miracle I've been waiting for is there for me, and that the people that laughed at me, they won't have reason to laugh at me again." I hope you're following my story. I am telling you true life stories. She was telling me this. You understand? So she said that as she was picking things, putting in the basket, picking things. All of a sudden, she had a voice behind her. "Wow, lovely lady, how are you?" She told her, say, "I'm fine, thank you." I was going. Say, "Oh, you came for shopping?" She said, "Yeah, yeah, yeah." She was more like, okay. She was picking her things. The man came back again. "What if I assist you in the shopping?" She smiled and said, "No, never mind. I know what I want to pick, I can find them. He said, okay, let me be part of your shopping. She said, which kind of wahala be this? She didn't want to have an outburst. In her mind, she was like, even if you want to talk to me, nothing. I am focusing on what God will do for me. I don't even want. So she now turned. That was an Oyibo man. Oh. Say, hey, see me, see Oyibo trouble. So the man said, "Wait, don't worry. Anything you pick, I'm going to put another one." Deal. He said, the lady said, "I don't have that type of money. Oh. I'm managing my own." He said, "Never mind. Anything you pick, I'll pick my own. Anything you pick, I'll pick my own." She was like, which kind of confusion is this? I'm telling you true life stories. By the time they finished picking all, she went to the counter to pay. The man carried his own basket, exactly what she picked, and got there. When it was time for her to pay, the man told the people at the counter to total and bill him. I was like, eh? I said, don't worry. The man made the payment. She was like, hey, yeah. After she went to the man and said, oh, thank you very much. He said, never mind. But would you like me to talk to you after now? He said, it's okay. Being nice to somebody that was nice to her. He said, okay, fine. See my phone number. That was it too. Left. She left. She got to the house. After preparing things, praying, thanking God, and all the stuff, still trusting God for a miracle. In the night, her phone rang. Say, hello, who is this? He said, hello, this is the man that assisted you in the shopping, and you gave me your phone. I said, okay, thank you so much, thank you so much. Oh, wonderful. He said, would you like me to come and visit? He said, then nobody comes visiting me. I don't want anybody to come visiting me. Let's be talking from time to time. He said, okay, I will not come to visit you. Let me arrange for an open place where we can sit and talk. She said, okay, an open place is okay. We just come there, we sit and talk. The man arranged for an open place. She went there. It was an open place. They sat there. They were talking. The man asked, so what's your name? What you're doing? He said, okay, my name. This I said, okay. The man said, I don't want us to talk much. I want you to know that I would like to marry you. You are my wife. The lady was like, Jesus, meaning what? You met me just once while shopping, and you're saying you want to marry me. The lady was like, no, no, no. The man smiled and said, I would like to marry you. I would like to marry you. See trouble. See trouble. She now gathered, the man, they said, okay, just give me some time. Let me think about it. She got to the house, knelt down and prayed. She was thanking God. God, thank you for answer prayer. But I don't know if this is the answer to the prayer. She called the sister. The sister said, what are you saying? What are you saying? Please discuss with the man. Find out some important things about the man and maintain your prayer mood. Don't misbehave. Say, the man called tomorrow, they met, they talked. Discovered that the man had been married before, but the wife died, leaving two children, a girl and a boy for him. And the man manages a restaurant, some big shopping malls like that. And he had mourned the wife for years and had decided to remarry. And he said he was not interested in having more children, that he just needed somebody that will love him, take him the way he is, be part of his business and things like that. That he didn't even want anybody that would be stressed being around him. He just needed somebody he could show love to as his wife, and somebody he would look at and know that he's still as a wife. Wow. She said, is that what you want? Say yes. But you know my age. She said, I don't want to know your age. All I know is that I'm older than you are. And whatever is coming to your mind, I'm not interested. Have you seen this type of gist before? That was it, oh. That was it. Within 2 months, they stayed here. They did the traditional marriage, invited the people, all the list, everything did everything. But she said that she was careful not to tell those her neighbors that used to mock her. She didn't tell anybody. They didn't even know that anything was going on, except the day she was going for her court wedding. She was going to the registry. By the time in the neighborhood, they saw vehicles coming in to pick her. Somebody rushed to her house in the morning and stayed for some time. It wasn't long. Vehicle came, another vehicle came, another one came, and before they knew it, they saw vehicle that was dressed with balloon, and things like that. After some hours, she appeared looking so beautiful, looking so gorgeous. People, the neighbors ran out and said, "What is it?" She just kept quiet, smiled at them, waved. They carried her straight to the registry and they did the wedding. She made arrangements for the refreshments, the food, the drinks. They brought everything there. After their quiet wedding, people had their refreshment and left. And to shock you, after about 2 months, she became pregnant. I want to tell you that that person you think that will not get married, you get person will get them. Are you getting my story? That person where you look at and you think that person cannot amount to anything in life is because the time for that person's manifestation has not come. Now the husband doesn't want her to stress herself because already the man had established different kinds of businesses, restaurant, running grocery shops, managing so many things that she told me that even in the house, there's nothing she's doing. The security people are there, people that are coming to take care of the house, those that come in the morning, those that come in the evening, they just come, they take, this one will finish in the evening and go. Another person will take over in the night. So, and the husband is a chef. He doesn't even want her to be doing the cooking. And they have somebody steward that is doing the cooking. So it's just that sometimes the man will say, "Would you mind cooking Nigerian soup for me? Just give me any Nigerian native soup." She will just try and do something like afan and tell him, "This is afan, this is afan, this is edikaiko, this is egusi, this is obono." And that was it. And the Oyibo will not want her to be stressed. About 3 years, the brother died. Now, that means if the twin brother died at 48, that means now she should be 51. And she told me that after 2 months of their wedding, she took him. But she told me that within the time he accepted to marry the man, that he told the man, "We will not do anything till after." The man said, "I'm not interested. I no do. I want to respect your wish." Nothing. She said for about 6 months, they will stay, they will gist. The man did not for any day say, "Hey, Alpha, remove your clothes." Never. The man honored, respected her own desire, decided to honor her faith, and her body. Are you getting my story? I say that person where they look, e get person where get am. That the person never come, no mean say the person no go come. E be like say where the person dey now, e get something where they hold the person. That person where they look, they think say e too wawa. The lady I'm telling you about, I can't describe her shape. I cannot describe the way she is. She no get this one. She no get this one. She no even sabi waka. She doesn't walk well. She talks her face is Jesus. But e get time wey God keep a miracle. Say na that time a miracle go come. At that time, Oyibo saw her in a grocery shop and decided to do double shopping for her, made the payment. The next day, proposed to her. The woman was like, I said, "I don't want drama. I would like to marry you. That's all. I will not touch you till after marriage. Anything you like, fine. I just want to marry you. I am not interested in having more children. I have two already, a boy and a girl. Lost the wife years ago and would like to marry somebody that will be keeping him company. No stress." I tell you, that lady where they look so, you think say nothing fit work. The thing be say, you get person, we get out. Sometimes people think that getting married is because of the way you look, the way you package yourself, how educated you are, how highly qualified you are, how exposed you are, or how connected you are. Some people think that getting married is because of their facials, the makeup, the size of their breast, or the shape of their bum bum, their buttocks, the enlargement of their hips, or whatever. I have come to know that this one, hey, this person that was telling me this story, she does not qualify for height, not for back, not for front. Facials, Jesus. Complexion, I can't even tell whether she's fair or dark. And steps she no get. She walks as if somebody is pushing her. And she doesn't wear good dress. She doesn't dress fine. She'll wear maxi like this and be walking as if she's looking for birds in the air to catch. But when the time came for her, the curtain in the temple was torn into two, and she got married effortlessly. And she didn't marry a local man, she married a foreigner. She married an Oyibo who had established businesses in this our nation. And she doesn't struggle for anything in the house. And after 2 months of honoring God with her body, after the wedding, 2 months, she took in. She just underwent surgery for fibroid, and people concluded that because she was not yet married, that she wasn't going to have any child. But look at what God had done. Add 3 years to 58, that means at 51. Add 3 years to 48, that means at 51, she got married. After 2 months, she got pregnant. It shock you? For people that used to run mouth, when you see somebody saying, this one, forget it. This one, woo, see as him fat like this, no man go like am. See as him lepa like this, men no dey like all these lepa people. I was say, you see this one wey war like this, see him face like witch. This one cannot even do makeup. She will put mascara here, she will put foundation here, she will put this one here. She doesn't even know how to do. Oh, men will not like her. The time she was doing all those things, men were coming, they would sleep with her and go, sleep with her and go, sleep with her and go. A time came, she decided to shut the door against that nonsense and focused on God, went to God. I was like, eh? She said she engaged in that 7 days and meant business. And say, God, if you remembered Hannah, please remember me. If you remember this person, please remember me. She was mentioning people that God had visited and asked God to please visit her too. I told you, it's not always in your looks. It's not always in whatever you have or what you think you have possessed that brings husband or wife to you. Most times, it is what we do not know about that delivers our marriages into our hands. I know of a lady. Oh Jesus. I don't know why, but she no fine. Okay, forgive me, but facial, this one she no get. Based on our own assessment, you say that she was not fine. But if you see how she was carrying herself with so much, she'll be walking like this, when walking, she will be walking as if the whole world gathered with camera watching her, videoing the way she was walking. And she was walking with so much confidence, but she knew for her face, Jesus, the body. And I was wondering why. Was it the father's fault? Was it the mother's fault? But if you see how men were following her up and down, and she would just do like this. No, I'm not interested. I'll be like, I'll be saying in my mind at that time, does she know the situation on ground? So come. No. She was too selective. But we had people in church at that time, beautiful, elegant, educated, exposed, connected. What? Nobody. So many of them, nobody ever came to me and said, Mama, this person proposed. This person say he likes me, but I don't know if he will propose. But this one I told you of, the only thing good about her at that time was that she could sing. Give her mic in church, forget. So she had that, she was carrying herself with so much elegance. I'll just be looking at her walking like this. She'll just be walking as if the whole world came peeping through their windows to see her pass the street. And men were following her to marry her. She was like, no, you're ready. No, you're ready. She eventually read law. I think she made first class also because government quickly gave her a job. And she was doing well, traveling out of the country, coming in her. And men were still struggling to marry her. But I know those that had it all, everything, but nobody went to them. I want to ask you, why you can't think say that lady wey dey your neighborhood, that lady wey dey your church, that lady wey dey for your office, wey never marry, I think be say because e no fine, because e no get better background, because im lips no fine, or wetin dey your mind na im make the person never marry? That person o, e get person wey get am. When the person wey get am find am, that person go marry am. But my own be say some ladies no even wan know. E get time wey you go reach for life, you go advise yourself. You go tell yourself say, time don dey comot dey go, na last card we dey now. Now you go gather yourself, gather your sense, pack for one corner, begin dey call God, say, God, as the matter reach so, na you suppose come help me. Anyhow, abeg God, enter my matter and give me testimony. You see that lady decided to put herself together, bring herself to a point where she told God, if you don't help me, I am helpless. And God stepped in. Some time ago in our talk show, I told you about one smallish like this, smallish lady like that, with pimples all over her face. She'll be talking with you, you hardly hear her voice. But one tall pastor then decided to marry her. She ran to me and said, Mama, which kind of insult is this? See as I short like this, like malt bottle, and this tall pastor like this, way tall, like your husband. Na him come say, na me wan marry. Yes, I know say I want to get married, but I don't want somebody to come and take style to humiliate me. What does he want from me? I said, nee, this thing we call love, this thing we call marriage, it's not in our hands. I called the pastor, I said, what is it? He said, I love her, I want to marry her. I have this conviction that she's my wife. I said, but she's complaining that you're too tall for her, that she'll be feeling bad. So didn't you notice her size? The man said, I like her like that because I would like to marry somebody that will be looking like a baby in my hand that I can carry. I said, oh, Pari, na dey a matter day. I called you and said, see, pastor say that one of the things that is tripping him where you are is your side. He said, which side? That your short side. I say, yeah, this your. I said, that is it. He said that thing, he remembers how short you are. He cannot sleep again. So have you seen it? That thing that is making you to feel inferior, that is making you to feel that you're not qualified, you're disqualified, or you're not qualified, or you don't measure up, you don't meet up. There is somebody that is praying to have somebody like you. This my story. Is he entering you at all? I know of somebody very close to me that got married to a man that saw her, liked her because she was using left hand to jot notes in a fellowship. Did that one enter your own? Incidentally, they are not even in our country again, and they are happily married, having their children. I say that person where they look so, now who get them? Yes, who get them? There are some people in this life that believe that they have it all. They believe that they have it all. They believe that nobody matters around them. That if it no be them, then nothing they. That they believe that if there are about 5 girls now and they enter this hall and men want to choose those to marry, that they will be the first to be chosen. Others will be considered after. But it's not always like that. The Bible says that this race is not for the swift. It's not for the swift. Bread is not even for the one that works hard, the one that is wise, the one that can produce bread, the one that can say no. The mercy of God, time and chance. Time, when your time comes, you see how it will be smooth. When chance is for you, you see how table will turn in your favor. So in this my story today, I want you to know that that person around you that you're looking down on, that lady's story, I shook like this. I say, hey, not that she tried any, she was not, I say she had even given up on herself till it got to a point where she ran to God and said, God, as it is so, do something. And God looked down. A broken and contrite heart, God will not overlook. If you are here and you're still having issues with getting married, whether you're male or female, or you have somebody around you, maybe your sister, your friend, your colleague, somebody in your church, somebody in your area, community, that you know that this person should have been married by now, and you don't even know whether it's because of her behavior, whether it's because of the background or anything. Just try and approach the person, encourage the person, tell the person to run to God. Just go to God. There are some battles that some of us do not know when the battle started or what caused the battle to start. But the God that is beginning and the end, the Alpha and Omega, the one that was at the beginning of the battle and that is as the battle is going on and will still be as the battle will end. You approach him, you go to God in all sincerity, shut down every form of distraction and shut other things out. Focus on God, close in on God, and you see how your miracle will come. If God did it for one person, he can do it for every other person. Remember our topic today, whose is she? That means now who get am. Now who get am. So just try and encourage yourself. Try and encourage somebody around you. Because this gist, as I heard them that day, now I sit down, they think. I was there for a very long time. After this, I say her. Now, the husband just paid flight ticket. He wants to see her now. She should fly and come there. So I was looking at her. She wanted to pack some things and give me. I know they to carry because myself, I know this space. Where me and they stay now. So she was like, I said, with Jesus, I said, don't worry. I just encouraged her, prayed with her, and then encouraged her. And I'm trusting God that it won't be long. She will call me and tell me she had put to bed maybe a set of twin boys. I wouldn't know. But what I know is that the God that began the good work in her, that he will definitely complete it beautifully. So I encourage you today, be strengthened. Keep trusting God. Keep believing that what God did for that sister, he can do for you. He can do for your sister. He can do for your friend. He can do for your neighbor. Can do for your colleague. Can do for anybody around you that needs such a visitation. Okay? All right. God bless you. My name is Precious Caleb. I'm your friend. And I promised you at the beginning of this week that I'll be giving you gist. Yes, I have gist, but I think I've given you about 2, 3, 4, 5. The other one I gave you 2, the next I gave you 4. And today I gave you just one back. Would you like me to give you one more gist? Let me allow you to go and rest. Okay, I think I gave you 2. Yes, let me allow you to go and rest because I'm coming back from somewhere. So the Lord bless you, the Lord keep you. May God cause you to have that miracle you are desiring for. And let those that laughed at you be the ones to come and congratulate you. And may your testimony make your enemies to look for God at all costs in the name of Jesus. Precious Kelly is my name. I'm your friend. Till when next I come to give you Jesus, don't forget that on Sunday, 5 p.m., we are still having here live your family this week with Precious Caleb, where we talk about things we need to work on each week that will spill into months, years, and whatever that matters. Just know that your relationship will work, your marriage will be sweeter, and your home will be peaceful. The Lord bless you. The Lord bless you. And never forget my books. Yes, my books. Right now there is another book coming out today. That is children, abuse on children with us. Abuse on children with us. Just pick that book. When I present the link, follow the link and get a copy of that book. You'll be surprised that it could be that your own child, your own children are being abused, but they've not told you. Because those that perpetrate the evil, they are very close, closer than the skin, that even the children around will love them to do anything, to offer them anything, or will be so afraid of exposing what they are doing. So at that, they can live with that abuse for years without telling. And abuse goes in circle. Any child that is abused will eventually turn out to become an abuser, except God steps in. And abusers don't stop except they are stopped. And they are not, you cannot stop them except you are aware that abuse is real and that there is an abuser within your neighborhood. The people that abuse their children are not people from afar. They are the people in the same house, in the same room, sometimes in the same neighborhood, in the same fellowship, in the same school. Those that have won the confidence of our children or have won the trust of the parents or our trust anyway. So we just bring down our guards, believing that our children are safe in their hands and things are happening. In that book, I talked about incest, the one concerning those that are related by blood, like cousins, like a nephew, and like brother and sister, father, daughter, mother, son, all the stuff. It's happening, my dear. You see some confessions people gave, I put them there in the book. Yes, even those with their teachers, those with their indirect siblings, I discussed them there in that book, and I offer some help. We talked about the ones we call grooming. I talked about grooming where a child is attached to a particular person she's looking up to or he is looking up to, and the person will not be harmful, will not show any light of having any intention towards abusing the child. So we'll be grooming the child. It will get to a point that the child wouldn't mind doing anything to appreciate the person for what he or she has been doing. And that is the time the child is separated on trust and abuse. And at that point, with what the person had done in the life of that child, the child will not want to expose that person. And before you know it, matter has become matters. So you try and get that book. Immediately I forward the link, maybe today or before Monday, by the grace of God, it will come out so that you just access my books on Amazon, on Seller.com, even on Okada. I have my books there. So just go to those links and type Precious Caleb or number. You see my books, and there will be a lot of blessings until you. God bless you. Don't forget that person where they look like that, get person will get they just keep your mouth shut. Just the look, the watch may no conclude anybody matter, because anybody matter, nobody matter, dey your hand. Everybody matter, dey God's hands. Good night. I love you.